What up? I don't know how to do an intro anymore. So, hey, it's my 5-year birthday right now. I created this channel 5 years ago, and I was 15 at the time, and I talked about poetry. And then I talked about whatever the heck I wanted to talk about, which was really dumb sometimes, but sometimes it was pretty entertaining. And then I briefly talked about hip-hop for 2 videos, and here I am. Hello. Since I created this channel 5 years ago, I wanted to do sort of just a video talking to you guys, catch you up on what's been going on in my life, and be sentimental and emotional and whatnot. But first, I go to college now. I am a theater major. I plan on going to the seminary to become a pastor. I'm still making music. I joked about that a lot before, that I'm a rapper, and it's like, oh, middle-class white kid thinks he can rap. I still do that. In May, I came out with an album called Everyman. I think it's really good. Very personal. And then about a month ago, I came out with a single called D-List, and that's, gotten some good traction on Spotify, like a little over 10,000 plays. So that's really dope. I do not do stand-up anymore. It horribly failed. I realized I didn't have the patience to sit down and make sure that something was funny, so I just stopped doing that. But I do still do comedy to an extent, in that I actually get paid to make memes. So there's a restaurant chain called Mellow Mushroom, and I started making memes about this chain, just sort of as a joke, and then they reached out to me and said, hey, what if we paid you to do this? And so I'm like, heck yeah, man. So that's what I do now. That's kind of how I'm getting through college, financially speaking, is I get paid to make memes. I retired the word tangy because it was really dumb and everyone made fun of me for it in high school. But ironically, as soon as I came to college, my license plate is Tangy One. I got the vanity plates and everything. And when I got here, everyone's like, what's Tangy One? What do you mean by that? So I explained the story to them and about how I wanted to replace the word lit with tangy. And they say, huh, yeah, that's dope. And so my friends here use the word way more than I do, but it's kind of a thing in the past for me. That stays in high school. my 2 videos about NF, about why I don't like his music, really blew up. Was not expecting that. I still get a ton of hateful comments on those videos about all of that. I don't care. Hate on me all you want. I will say one opinion I have that I didn't have when I made those videos is I was talking to a friend of mine who is, I don't know, maybe in his 40s, and he told me that he really likes NF because it introduced him to the world of hip-hop in a way that he had never been introduced before, because he, middle-class white guy, didn't grow up listening to it, and it never caught his attention because he wasn't the target audience. But suddenly NF was talking about all of these things that he can relate to, and so it opened the door of hip-hop for him. So I will say I respect that about NF. Every now and then I'll be talking to a friend of mine here at school, and I'll mention, oh yeah, I used to have a YouTube channel, and blah blah blah, and they'll say, oh, what was it called? And then they'll look me up, and they'll watch some of my videos, where I was just bouncing around and doing the dumbest stuff, and talking about bad rappers, or that I'm too sexy or something. I don't know. And people think it's hilarious to see where I've come from and how I've gotten to where I am now. See what Adam was like throughout high school. I look back and I just find it really cringy. But it's cool that my friends nowadays can see it and see who I am, really, like in the deepest parts of me, because I have not changed at all from that. I've just gotten more reserved. Because, growing up and becoming an adult will do that to you. People have asked me if I have thought about coming back and doing videos again, and I don't know what I would do. The old video, the format of just me in front of a camera talking about God knows what for 20 minutes, that does not reflect what I like nowadays. Granted, I wouldn't have watched that kind of stuff when I was making it originally, but I thought it was entertaining to make, and I don't think current Adam would be nearly as entertained by it. But I thought about making videos talking about hip-hop culture, but I don't know how I would make that unique enough to stand out. Or I've thought about making videos reviewing Christian hip-hop, but again, like, do I really have the passion for that, or am I just looking for ideas of what I could do? It's probably the second one. But leading up to me making this video, I was looking through old videos on my channel, and just seeing the overly energetic bouncy kid with not a care in the world, and it was nice to see where I came from, and I miss it, but I like who I am now, and that's the point of growing up, is you evolve, you mature, you don't stay the same person, but that kid, that 16-year-old kid who didn't know when to shut up, is still a part of me deep down somewhere. And I read through comments, mostly from friends of mine, people that I knew in real life, saying that my videos brightened their day, or that they couldn't stop laughing at certain parts, or they would make inside jokes about my videos, and it made me happy to know that, you know, what I was doing affected somebody positively. At the time, I had no clue. I didn't think of it like that. I just thought, oh, that's my friend again commenting on my video. But seeing it now, I understand that there was a person behind that, and I actually knew the person too, but I didn't really get it at the time. So here I am, 5 years later. I am 20 years old. Growing up is weird. I never wanted to grow up. I made numerous videos about never wanting to grow up. And sometimes I wish I could go back to that kid that was just bouncing around in his room, screaming at a camera about nothing. But, gotta look toward the future, and relish the times you had in the past. But don't think about it too much, because God has a plan for the future that is so much better than you could imagine. The past is wonderful, but it's all romanticized through nostalgia. And the future, you have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. There are some parts of the 15-year-old kid that I wish I could bring back, but I've grown up, and I'm proud of who I am today. And I can't wait to keep showing you guys who I am. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if I'm going to keep posting on here on any consistent level. It really just depends on how inspiration strikes. But here I am. My name is Adam Prince, and Jesus loves you, don't do drugs, and don't die!